Hi my babies, and welcome back to another video. It's your girl Virgo Garden. If you don't know, now you know. Anything you need to know about little old me will be down below in the description box. You do not have to be a Virgo to watch this video. Alright y'all, so I was divinely guided to do this video. It started off to be one way, but it ended up being a complete another. I don't know if y'all heard the train when I was doing my intro. The train been out there wilding, so I know it's definitely meant for me to do this video. So, it came to my attention when I was talking to Tori, something about a palindrome. And I told her I was going to do research on it, because I'm like, girl, I ain't never heard of no palindrome before. So when I did research on it, I found out that today is not actually a palindrome, but it still is a very special day, because if you look at the date and you don't use the entire date, 1/21/21 is still the same forward and backwards, which is what a palindrome is. So what I'm going to do for y'all instead is a numerology reading, which kind of turned into a slight tarot reading, because I had a vision as I was setting up for y'all numerology reading. So just rock with the kid and just grab the knowledge where you can, okay? Whatever applies, let it apply. But don't, then just let the shit fly, all right? But before we get started, quick reminder, if you would like to purchase a personal year reading with me, which is a numerology reading, it's only $5. The link will be down below in the description box. All right, y'all. So the first number we're going to talk about, of course, is going to be 1, which is the number that we've been focused on all month. It's part of our 12 months of growth challenge, which we're also going to talk about as well. But we're going to talk about 1 right quick. Okay, so 1 is about beginnings, independence, innovation, leadership, and masculine principle. It's also about intensive activity, drive, and determination. It's about goal-oriented, masculine expression of active, forceful, courageous energy. It is direct and directed energy. It has the power to create, develop, and govern all things pertaining to this earthly life. Good gracious, okay? And something that they said that the 1 has in common with is the tarot card, the Magician, which we all know is about creating. So I'm going to talk about the Magician too. So the Magician represents the conscious mind, which by concentration and single-minded attention to a specific idea or goal can draw upon forces from above. In this way, the idea or goal will take form and become a reality in the material world. So it's a hella ones, okay, in today's date. And the fact that it's forward and backwards means that one thing that I did see online was something about karma being restored. I do believe that. With today is going to be a very important day with you making choices of what you want the rest of your year to be set up looking like. Especially the next month, I'm hearing. Like the next month is going to be very heavy. Like going into the spring is what I'm feeling like this is going to be. So definitely making sure that you're being active with that. And you're being conscious about what it is that you're doing, okay? So we're going to talk about number 2. Number 2 is harmony, unity, relationships, cooperation, and the feminine principle, which is amazing because you have 1 and 2, which is yang, and it's also yin as well. So you already know today is definitely going to be all about balance as well. 2 is also about passive and waiting rather than forging ahead. Being calm and patient and content to stay in the background, being gentle, quiet, subtle, and supportive in your expressions. 2 is about an excellent sense of timing and knowing just when to bring up delicate issues. It has a natural, pay attention now, has a natural musical ability as well, and seeks a harmonic rhythm to life for all. So to my musicians, today would be a very important day to definitely sit down and see where you want your career to go, or actually making some very important choices today about where it is you would like for your musical career to go. I don't care if you're a rapper, a singer, a voice act, whatever, okay? If you're into music, producer, whatever, you really need to be thinking about What is it I can do to build more on my career this year? What I have done in the past to work for my career? And what is not working for my career, okay? And we're also going to talk about the number 11, which I already know is a master number. Number 11 is the master of illumination, the inspirational messenger, the number of light, one who raises consciousness, reformer of world problems, wants to uplift others and inspire by teaching owns truth. Good gracious. I'll tell you one thing. Communication is going to be an issue today. I am having problems with getting these words out. Okay? So I always tell y'all master numbers are special. They're 11, 22, 33, 44, and carry on up to 99, okay? They are that number double, so they have a special spiritual meaning to them. So I'm going to actually break down to y'all what that is and what makes them so special. It is the vibrations of tremendous power and energy, the ability to achieve fame, the need to work on a large-scale level to bring about greater good to humanity, the demand, this is important, okay, the demand for self-mastery, the responsibility for the great power master numbers possess. So you are responsible for the power that you carry. That's like Kevin Gates. Those who are spiritually gifted, you come with a heavier responsibility than everybody else. Idealism, high creativity, natural leadership ability, the frequent need to be alone, to recharge, to find their spiritual center once again, and to detoxify. The mission to serve in their own way, in their own fields. High introspection and sensitivity, the need to constantly control their direction, the expectation that they will do more and set higher standards than the average person, and extremes in emotion. So if you have a master number anywhere in your numerology chart, your emotions, they tend to go from one end to the other. I've heard that before about me, okay? But also, today, when you add up today's numbers, the reason why I'm talking about 11, I forgot to tell y'all, is because when you add up today's numbers, it equals to an 11. So this is also a day about stepping into that role, not just planning and waiting and being active, but really stepping into that role, stepping into that mindset, and stepping into that energy and actually doing it, and not just talking about it or dreaming about it or thinking about it or keep procrastinating. If you really want to see change, today will be a great day to go ahead and start. So I also found some other knowledge, because I just started going through my shit, and y'all got so much knowledge in here. I'm like, somebody needs to hear this. So I found some other information, and it talks about the number 11. And when I read this paragraph, it's like, this is what will be expected of today. So pay attention. You will have to make decisions quickly, because sudden events will require decisive action. Experiences occurring now are exciting, stimulating, and likely to make you impulsive. So you must be patient and tolerant. Get rid of past mistakes, thoughts, and actions that have set up negative circumstances, and select the right combination of attitudes to produce more desirable results in the future. Was that not some deep shit, though? Okay, so with these numbers combined, y'all, take whatever information in there that you felt applied to your life. If you know you need to tighten up on something, today is the day to do it. So I'm also going to talk about the 12 months of growth challenge, and then we're going to talk about this little tarot situation down here. So with the 12 months of growth challenge, of course, we're on month 1. And the challenges was working on low self-esteem and struggles with believing or connecting with the higher self. The lessons was believe that you are capable and have the courage to overcome anything that comes your way, overcoming self-doubt and self-consciousness. And the affirmation that you may want to say to yourself quite a few times today, I believe in my willpower to make things happen as I have before. I believe in my willpower to make things happen as I have before. Okay, and a lot of that ties into the information I just read y'all. And also the monthly assignment is working alone and choosing your path, trying new things and originality, lots of mental activity, and conquering how to organize your thoughts. Now let's talk about this tarot situation. When I say that ties directly into that, like everything was like perfectly set up for this. Okay, with the tarot cards, I know y'all can't see them, but I got you. Got the 5 of Swords down here. I know. With the 4 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. Those are the first 3 cards that came out. Like 4, 5, and 6 came out. So this is definitely, it's been set up for this day to happen. If you've been having issues with someone, communication issues, the notes talked about a time to bring up a delicate issue. Today would be the day to have that conversation. But how you address that person is going to need to be different. You're going to have to, I know, step outside of your own space. Imagine that shit, right? And actually look into the other person's point of view and perspective. Put yourself in their shoes and see how they may be viewing it and how they may be feeling and possibly how they may be thinking about it. Different from your own, okay? Also, to the people that have been having trouble with sleeping, that have been having anxiety, that have been having depression or even suicidal thoughts or even thoughts of giving up. They're saying today is the day to figure out what that burden is, but most of y'all already know what it is. Be honest with yourself and let it go. If you need to do the Drika Gates exercise, which is just write for just straight 12 minutes, just write. Let all your anger out, say whatever you need to say. No one's going to see it but you, so you are free to say whatever you need. And then when you are done, burn it. Cleanse yourself of that energy today, please, okay? I definitely see a need, though, with the 4, 5, and 6. Like I said, it's stepping stones for you to step away from a situation that is no longer working for you. And it even talked about that in the notes as well. Now, the next part, okay, we got the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. We got 2 pages, so this is a fresh start. This is a new start. Cleanse your path off of you, your past off of you. If you have a Queen Alchemy bath, take your Queen Alchemy bath, please. If you know any rituals that you like to do for new starts, fresh beginnings, or banishing things, go ahead and do that today. Cleanse your house, but clean it first. You see the difference between the 2 words? Clean and cleanse. There's a difference, okay? Clean your house, then cleanse your house, please, okay? If you have any of the Queen Alchemy smudge sticks, please use them. The desert sage, the blue sage, the mugwort, the white sage. What's the other ones, y'all? Cedar. If you've been having issues with communication and stuff with people, definitely use the cedar. Use the rosemary if you're definitely trying to get tapped in today and receive some divine messages. Use the Apollo as well for that. Okay, but with this Page of Cups and this Page of Pentacles, like I said, is a new start. It's a new start with your emotions, and I feel like how you're viewing things and also what you choose to give your emotions to. But I also feel like they're saying it's going to be a new start for you in the material world. Like something is going to open up for you today. Like the universe is going to offer you something. It may be something small, but that something small is going to grow into something very big, okay? And I'm hearing somebody's fire alarm go off. And it stopped as soon as I said that. It's like they're trying to get your attention. It's something that you may have forgot about or put on the back burner. That is a word, okay? Something you may have put on the back burner with this Page of Cups and this Page of Pentacles. Because I sure was about to move on to the next cards. They're saying you need to go back to the drawing board. Remember, like sit there and meditate and remember certain things about your childhood and certain talents that you may have had. Like when I was 4 years old, I wrote my first song. And I remember the hook to this day. But I never actually really wrote the verses. I would freestyle the verses when I would perform them for my family. But they never nourished that gift that I had. So now, guess what? I can't freestyle. Now I have to reteach myself. So I have to go back to the drawing board and I have to do certain exercises and certain things to add in my routine daily or weekly in order to get me back to that same state I was in when I was able to sit there and freestyle and not actually care about, oh, well, that don't make sense, or this, that, and the third, or actually overthinking. See, and that's perfect. Be more like a freestyle artist, okay? When I say that is a serious talent, and not everybody has it, okay? Some of these people making music, I shouldn't even be making it, but that's a different subject. But in order, okay, see, look, the fire alarm's going off again. If you know your ass supposed to be going to the studio, and see, you talked about musical careers as well, or doing something with your musical career, you better get your ass on it today. Do you hear me? Not tomorrow, not next. I said today. I don't care how tired you are when you get off of work. I don't care what time it was you went to bed. Go for a jog and practice your music. Build up your lungs. Build up your stamina. Go to the studio, and I'm thinking of a dance studio, y'all, and practice your moves. Go for a walk and actually rap your shit out loud so you could actually, and this is something I had to do because when I got in a car accident, I damaged my ribs. Front and back, I find out now. So when I take Marley for walks, I like to practice my music when I'm walking her, especially during the winter time, because that's the best time to build up your lungs to be stronger, to be able to breathe better, because it has to force itself because it's cold and it's like the breathing is restricted. So you're training yourself how to breathe better and how to breathe deeper, actually, which is what you're supposed to do. It talked about breathing to breathe today, people. Okay, breathe. But like I was saying, be like a freestyle artist. They just let the words flow and they just so happen to come out and it makes sense. Not all the time. But when you look at the ones who are really gifted and talented with it, people can even freestyle. I've seen people singing in freestyle. To be able to do that, you have no clue what type of gift that is. To come off the top of your head right there on the spot and lay some hot shit, spit some hot fire. And the only way they can do it is they stop caring about what's around them. They stop caring about what other people think. And it talked about the mental. We started off with the 4, 5, and the 6 of swords. Stop letting other people run your show. Take your shit back, okay? So, with the Sun and with the Lovers card down here, ending the reading out. I have to say it, y'all, because, I mean, it's pretty clear. Today may be a day of love for some. Something may spark today or something may start, okay? But also with the Sun card, I really see you stepping or being even courageous and stepping towards your destiny, stepping towards your goals. They want you to, when I always tell y'all, plan, okay? Let's be realistic about it now. Let's break it down a little bit. When you plan today, yes, of course, at the top of the paper, we want the big goal. But what are the medium goals in between to get you to the big goal? And under the medium goals, you need to start putting small goals that you can accomplish. Like if you need to start saving, let's say your goal is you want to be able to put away $400 a month. That's a medium goal. The small goal is to save $100 a week. You understand? So by the end of the year, you have whatever amount it is that you need, or by whatever time you have whatever amount it is that you need. You could do the same thing with trying to get yourself out of debt. You don't have to wait until the payment day comes around for you to pay. If you got $20, $25, them motherfuckers will take it. Trust me, no. Okay, they will take it. Pay a little extra if you could pay a little extra. Cut back on, I know this gonna hurt somebody's feelings. Cut back on your weed allowance. I know. I've actually been doing it because I'm like, that was too much money, y'all. But if you're serious about it and you really want it, you're willing to do whatever it is to get to it. You're willing to sacrifice certain things, but don't sacrifice who you are and your integrity. Sacrifice the materialistic things. You already done been to rock bottom. You know what it's like to have nothing. You know what it's like to have nobody there for you. You know what it's like to have people not hit you up and not want to greet you and this, that, and the third. You already know what it's like not to have. So why the fuck are you worried about something that's coming towards you ain't even had yet? You already put in your head, oh, it's going to go wrong. That the Sun and the Lovers card down here. The only way it can go wrong is if your ass decide to drive to a whole nother state where it's raining. Because they said it's sunny where you at, boo. Stop checking other people's weather forecasts and worry about your own, okay? The underlying energy, honey, that is a word, is the 10 of Pentacles. All about building. Matter of fact, hold on. I am so glad I listened to my intuition. So I went and looked at what the meaning of the 10 of Pentacles was in this book that I have. Listen to this. Great fortune, Happy family, the arts. You can acquire a great fortune during this cycle, both materially and spiritually. The seeds of ultimate fulfillment lie here, a fulfillment achieved through personal effort and tremendous perseverance. Leisure time pleasure and the satisfaction of sensual desires create a feeling of well-being and self-confidence. You should maintain a level head in the midst of this opulence and set your sights on culture achievements, which can bring an uplift to the soul. Pursue creative work now and support the world of beauty and art. A happy family life can be established here, which the notes talked about. Family lineage and prestige gain significance and children abound. The idealistic structures you build under this vibration will have lasting and profound effects upon those who come in contact with them, okay? I'm going to read that again. The idealistic structures that you build under this vibration will have the lasting and profound effects upon those who come in contact with them. They are monuments to the perfect balance between the material and spiritual. Do not allow yourself to degenerate into a state of idleness and dissipation because of the luxury bestowed on you now. The material life is only temporary. Eventually, one has to confront the soul. All right, babies, I'm your girl, Virgo Garden. If you didn't know that shit, I bet you know that shit now. How to follow me, how to book me, and how to get my wonderful, beautiful, amazing products that you all love so much will be down below in the description box. Description box. Work on communication today, y'all, and also work on that plan. Remember, you are enough. Love you, babies. Mwah.